timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
He's in! Patriots win the Super Bowl! Brady has his fifth! 13! 13! Can you believe it?
Hey guys, welcome back to the Locker Room Podcast. I'm your host, Oliver. As always, joined by our mystery man, Sharpy.
Howdy.
Now, as you can see, I've got our mystery shirt that we revealed the other day on. You can probably barely tell because it's all black. So I don't know exactly how well it can be seen, but I think you can see the badge and it fits well. It's actually comfortable. I don't mind it now. I just don't know how I feel about supporting Germany. Anyway, Lachie was going to join us, but he's not, and we haven't done NFL in a while. So just quickly, I'll pop up the photo there. We haven't done our record since week 5. That's the total. We'll try and get back to this week, maybe excluding tomorrow's game. But anyway, what I wanted to do, we'll get back onto the NBA side of things because that's all you're here for, Sharpie, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, that's me.
We'll include NBA fantasy today as well. I had a lock multi today that got up. I'll put one up again tomorrow to see if I can go 2 for 2. But firstly, we'll just a little segment. I guess one thing that surprised us 1 week into the NBA and 1 week that I guess isn't a surprise. I'll let you go first. We'll go what surprised us in the first week.
I'll go with Utah, I think.
Well, I was going to go that, and we can't go the same. So, but you continue.
I think obviously myself included, was one of those people that, wrote off Utah straight away. But to bring in players like Larry Markkinen and then look at how he's going, that's really good for the type of player he was touted to be when he was obviously drafted. Obviously, he's the next sort of Porzingis type player, but no, he's coming in doing really well, like the rest of the Utah Jazz. Horton Tucker's dunk today also was very nice.
Oh, your favorite man, Horton Tucker, after the shit we gave him last year. Now I have a couple. Like, first of all, I agree with Utah. I feel like Larry Markkinen, if he continues this, like he's still at $100 or he's at $80 or whatever to be most improved. Which you look at that Utah team, it's just a bunch of role players. But they're good role players. Like they could make it on their starting lineup could make a difference on any playoff team. Really, they would get minutes.
Yeah.
It's gonna tail off sometime soon, but I'm starting to question whether they will be a bottom 3 team. I feel like they'll be a bottom 4, bottom 5 team, but like the top 3 lottery, Danny Ainge is probably going to pull heaps of levers though. He's going to make a trade or something just so.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to.
You got all those picks. You're going to have to. But I tell you what's interesting though. Like this might be just me, but like I've actually watched more Utah now. Like even though they're shit, these couple of games I watched them more than I watched Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert Utah teams because I just felt like they played boring basketball, whereas this team actually plays a good like they're quick. They fly around the court, competitive defensively. Is that just me, or do you agree a bit?
Do you reckon? Yeah, I agree. I reckon it's because teams are underestimating them.
Yeah.
So they're not going as hard, and that's why they're getting caught out and they're losing.
Yeah. Someone was saying to World Wide Wob, whatever you call him, was saying that like the first few games of the Jazz reminded them of the Knicks a couple of years ago when they made the playoffs. Just obviously the Knicks did a lot better, but like overachieving, playing great defense, and everyone's contributing on the Jazz at least. Maybe a bit different to when the Knicks made it, but I agree with that's a surprise. Now I had 2. I was gonna go with the Wizards, but I feel like I did that last year because they always start off well. But you could have gone with the Knicks. I'm surprised you didn't, but we'll touch on them later. I've got to fall on my sword here and go the Blazers. They obviously lost today, but they're 4-1. I said that they're going to fight for a 7th spot or an 8th spot. I still think they could be in the play-in, but the way they've started, their team actually looks well rounded for once. With even Josh Hart's playing well while starting, and Damian Lillard, as much as I hate to say it, he doesn't really look like he's missed a beat in the year that he's had off with injury. What are your thoughts on the Blazers so far this season? I know Sam's going to love us talking about his team.
Yeah, well, it's obviously unfortunate to lose to Miami today. I thought,
Lucky team.
I thought they could have easily beaten Miami because they're not going that flash so far. But yeah, well, I think they're definitely another team that's, you look at their roster and you think how they're getting there, but I'm liking what they're doing.
Yeah.
Obviously Lillard coming back and everything, he's looking, like you say, he hasn't missed a beat. He's looking real good. Shaden Sharp, I'm liking the look of him too. He's doing well. So yeah, I still think they're not going to be contenders.
Yeah.
But you could just say, obviously, it's just early season form.
Could sneak into the play or out of the play-in and sneak into the 5th or 6th spot. Now, what's your least surprising thing? I feel like you're going to take mine. I'll let you go first, though.
Actually, you go. I'll think.
Well, if you're not going to take it, I think the least surprising thing is the Lakers being trash. Like 0-4, they lost again today, and they've got, who have they got tomorrow? I think they've got someone difficult tomorrow, and then they got Pelicans. Oh no, they don't have anyone tomorrow. Sorry, they've got the Timberwolves on Saturday, so possibly 0-5, and then they've got the Nets after that, possibly 0-6.
No, we play the Bucks.
They can't even blame Westbrook today for losing to the Nuggets without Michael Porter Jr.
There were people doing it though.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter said, you can blame Russ because he's the one that's getting paid $40 million, and what we should be trading him for shooters and everything. It's just to accommodate LeBron and AD. It's like AD's not even accommodating LeBron half the time. He's injured. So
it's it's just stupid. Like Lakers, and when they do fake trades, they give themselves everything whilst giving up the least possible.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's ridiculous to see. But like LeBron played okay, but they just got like Jokic had like 30, 12, and 9 and had 5 steals, I think. Like Jamal Murray didn't even play that good. Or Jamal, however you want to say it.
Yeah, he's still trying to come back.
So. And I don't expect him to play that good anytime soon. But like you can't, against the Nuggets, like they're missing Michael Porter Jr., who, by the way, I think is looking like, I watched the full game when they versus OKC, and like he's got a pure jump shot. Like it's just such a good motion. It's a bit like watching Clay shoot. Obviously, he doesn't knock it down as successfully, but he's looking good if he can not be injured. Obviously, he's got that huge contract. But what do you think the Lakers, like, how long until you think they blow it up or finally give in to giving away those 2 draft picks with Russell Westbrook?
I'd say probably 20 games.
I reckon it's before Christmas, so that's probably the same timeline. I reckon just before Christmas or before the new year, because
you can't stick to being mediocre.
Yeah,
especially for a big market team like LA, you can't be doing that.
Like I don't know if this has actually been offered. If they've turned down Miles Turner and Buddy Hield for Westbrook in those 2 first rounds, I don't know what they're doing, because you add them 2 to that team. As much as I hate to say it, they're a top 5 team, top 6 team.
Yeah.
I don't think they're contenders, but that's just because the NBA is competitive. Moving on to your least surprising thing. What's your least surprising thing so far?
The Pelicans. I think going at the start of the season, I know Zion's going to be out for. I saw something he's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. But I don't know if that's true. He's listed as a game time decision now. He was out, but he's now listed as a game time decision. So who knows? I think like in preseason, everyone looked at that roster and thought that's a great roster. That's definitely a top 5 in the West team. And obviously it's early, but they're really playing good basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm loving what they're doing. So I'd probably go the Pelicans.
Yeah, Pelicans were obviously my pick to make the Western Conference Finals. I'm pretty sure. I didn't go over the top, but yeah, I think even that Valanciunas, some games that without Zion and even with Zion, he's looked like an absolute monster. It's just they need the consistency is going to be the thing with them.
Yeah, Trey Murphy has been playing really well
Yeah.
also.
And we want to see Dyson Daniels. We really do. Like he can be a big help to them on the defense as well. Like they've got good defensive guards, but
Had
like
3 steals yesterday.
if they put Dyson in and like get him some minutes, they've got depth
With
guard.
Herb especially.
Yeah. Obviously we'll do a couple of shout outs to other teams that I thought are probably unlucky to be mentioned. The Spurs, yes, they're only 3-2, but for a team that looks absolutely garbage that beat the Sixers, which we'll touch on in a minute, I feel like they needed to mention it because they're probably going to be a bottom 3, bottom 4 team as well. Like I said earlier, the Wizards, even the Hawks. Like I didn't think they would start this well. I feel like they're going 3-1 kind of sneakily. But I tell you one team that I haven't heard, even though they won today, but like you hear about the Nets being 1-3, you hear about all these teams being 1-3. The Heat were 1-3 before today, but there was like no posts about it or anything. Like you couldn't see it anywhere. Like unless they're the number 1 seed in the East, they just fly under the radar. Personally, that's what I think. But moving on, we'll go to your Knicks first because there's a few teams we want to touch on. We'll go to your Knicks. They're 3-1 now. Their first loss came in their opening game against Grizzlies, and that was a shocking game from many of your players. But it went to overtime, didn't it?
Yep.
And like to lose in overtime when Jar dropped like a ridiculous 40. No,
I think it was 40.
40.
Might have been 38 or something. But
yeah. And what? RJ Barrett shot like 18% or something ridiculous. Like he played terrible.
Yeah.
But in saying this, now I know you want to talk about this a lot, but you actually have a point guard for once. Now I love Jalen Brunson, and I just don't want to get ahead of ourselves because like I want the Knicks. A lot of people say, when the Knicks are good, the NBA is just a better place. And obviously it was only that 1 year that they made the playoffs, but fuck, the atmosphere was unreal. Give us your thoughts so far on the Knicks, just in general.
Well, I think after that first game, they were competitive against the Grizzlies and they were fighting in that. But even though we haven't really versed that strong lineup, today Charlotte was out without LaMelo. So to only win by 3 points, I mean, it's a bit worrying, but
you were up by a fair bit.
Yeah, we were up by bet. To have to show at least some fight into not like choking that lead. And obviously, like you said, Jalen Brunson, he's on another level.
Yeah.
With how because obviously it's going to be projected a bit more because he's on the Knicks, and the Knicks are the Knicks, and the media loves talking about them. It's so good to see in the half court, not seeing Julius Randle taking contested shots all the time, because now that we have Brunson on the team, he's going to be handling the ball. Team's going to have to be worrying about him.
I only watched a bit of it today, but his driving kick is so effective, because he can get past a lot of players pretty easily when he drives in. And then you're getting, I feel like Evan Fournier and players like that are going to be the biggest beneficiary. There was a couple of times, even RJ, just wide open. He missed it, but wide open shots, he's just getting for him. Whereas if you had Alec Burks running point, he's slow. He's not getting really past it. And if he kicks it out, they're going to be contested anyway. like, yes, Brunson might not be the best defensively, but I think he had 3 steals the other game, or the other night.
He had a block today as well.
But like, he probably knows with the money that he signed for, the place that he's in, that he wants to live up to expectations. So he's actually probably putting more effort in defensively, because like he's never been known for his defense, obviously, but he's been getting some stats at least, and he hasn't been getting exactly what would you say, exploited on the other end.
Yeah, because it's usually RJ that's taking the main ball handler anyway, or Evan.
Other than him, are you happy? Are you overly happy with someone other than Brunson?
Obi Toppin, I think he's been playing really well. He shot 3 threes today actually, which was nice. I saw a video and they were like Obi Toppin or Steve Novak. I don't know.
The legend Steve Novak, what a king he was. He's unbeaten, that bloke. He's your best player ever, honestly.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, maybe not Ron Baker, but
that's
another debate. Yeah. And Brazdakis. But no, I think whether this continues, obviously you got tougher teams. Brunson played 40 odd minutes today. Whether I haven't seen as much talk about how many minutes Thibodeau's been playing his players. I don't know if that's changed, whether he's gone to play the bench unit a bit more. But personally, it's for someone that's not a Knicks fan, it's just good to see that they're not playing old blokes like Taj Gibson 30, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Anymore. But is there anything else you want to add on to the Knicks before we move on?
No, I think it's it. It's just it's good that they're playing well.
I have one thing though. Now, you might not agree with this. I sent our tweet out today. So you know how they got rid of the take foul?
Yeah.
What if now I'm just using the Knicks game today as an example, and Lachie is joining out. He's probably on his way home. Well, this is gonna fuck with my editing. So with, you know how Charlotte were down by 3 with 20 seconds? Oh no, there was like 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I personally think that like in this scenario, if Knicks intentionally foul them so they got to take 2 free throws rather than a 3, I feel like that should be similar to doing a take foul, because like it takes enjoyment out of the game. You want to see people go for game winners. You want to see people go for game tying shots and stuff. You don't want to see a game won and lost at the free throw line in those last 5 to 10 seconds. That's what I personally think. What do you think about that though? Do you think that just got to live with it because that's the rules, or if I just think it makes the game a little more exciting?
Don't you get the ball back after the take foul?
Yeah. So
how do you take 2 free throws?
I think it'd be 1 or 2 free throws and then get the ball back. So I feel like that would eliminate, in this scenario, the Knicks doing an intentional foul with 10 seconds left or 5 seconds left. That's my.
I reckon if there's a scenario where you can't lose it, but you can, it'll still just go to another overtime. I reckon just keep going, and if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, because like I just want to see, like, you want to see people go for shots like that rather than just free throws.
Yeah.
But a win's a win. We'll move on to not my team yet. We'll.
You do really want to see RJ Barrett airball a 3 for a game winner. I've got to tell you.
Hey, we've got our live reaction of him getting a game-winning 3 against the Celtics. So
that was the most ridiculous thing I've just about ever been a part of. That
it probably won't happen again, but
no, definitely will not. It'll be Julius Randle doing it.
Yeah.
Then it'll be going 3 rows back. Just quickly,
Emmanuel.
I knew someone was going to do something like that. Yes, welcome Lachie, by the way. He sounds like he is in his car on the way home. Yep. So we don't condone that.
No, not at all. We don't encourage it.
He's probably got it. You got it on a mount though. That's all right. So you're not holding it. The Sixers, they're 1-4. They've lost to teams like the Spurs. The Raptors are good. Do you think they'd make a trade with Tobias Harris? We'll go to Sharpie first because you've been here the longest. Do you think they make a trade anytime soon, whether it Tobias Harris, I don't see them training any of their big three in Maxi and Embiid and stuff. But Matisse Thybulle's played 5 games. There's been 5 games and he's only played 5 minutes. Do you see any changes coming to them as they're only 1-4 and they're playing some fucking shit basketball?
Maybe Tybal. Yeah, I could. No, probably Tobias Harris. Actually, I think Tybal. He's probably one that they would need, especially for playoffs play. That like Derek White type role.
I was gonna say, in the playoffs, that's pretty important.
But
Yeah,
that's
you
the
know,
thing. They need to give him minutes. They need to give him minutes. I just don't understand it. But yeah, go on. Sorry, Sharpie.
So yeah, I probably see him.
Lachie is cutting in and out with his speaking right now.
He's about to get blocked.
Go, Sharpie.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. Thanks.
We're still on Tybal.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And Tobias Harris. They
I
need
could
to
probably.
make a trade.
Yeah, Tobias Harris gone. Yeah, I think get rid of him. I don't know, just try and get at least someone defensively good in that team. Maybe even a Trey Man or something, but you'd have to give up the farm.
Yeah.
To get someone like Trey Man.
I don't think Embiid would be enough. But no, in saying that, like the Sixers, their only win came against the Pacers, and James Harden did a step back and broke someone's ankles and actually hit the shot this time. And did you?
That was a push off. That was a massive push off.
Video
he stood on his foot as well.
You seen the video of what the commentator said?
No, what did they say?
And she's like, "Oh, that's why we won the trade." And I'm like, "Oh my, like you're both going shit."
Neither team has an argument to say who won the trade.
You've both lost the trade. It's a lose-lose situation. We'll go back to you, Lachie, if your connection's restored. What are your thoughts on the Sixers so far, if you have any thoughts on them?
He's not even here.
Hey, my connection has been fine the whole time. It just might be coming through differently because I'm in the car and everything. But
no, that's fine. You're good now.
When I was interrupting Sharpie, I was sorry, Sharpie. I was trying to say like that they haven't really been in a position where they've like been able to put Tybal in because they've been losing. Like, you're not going to bring him on to fucking score like 10 quick points or whatever. Like, he's more someone to come in and if someone's hot or they're up and they've got to sort of hold on to a lead. Like, they haven't really been in that position yet. But yeah, I still think they have been paying overs for Tobias Harris for years. Like, he hasn't lived up to anything that he was meant to. Like, he was meant to be coming in and being that second or third behind Simmons at the time, and then and now James Harden, and it's just like he's still good. He has a good game every now and then, but like it's still he should be putting out better numbers than what he is. I think.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
I think it's because he had that one good season at the Clippers. That's why.
And that whole Clippers team overachieved. Like,
they
had that was basically. It's the Utah Jazz, but on steroids. They were all really good role players. Like they had Pat Bev. I can't believe I just called him good. I can't remember that team. They had Lou Williams, I remember still. But he definitely overachieved, and he was probably the best player on that team, and that's why they looked so good.
Had Big Bobby as well.
Had Danilo Gallinari, I'm pretty sure, was still there. But yeah, no, his contract is definitely, and like I really like Tobias Harris, but maybe that's why it's so hard for the Sixers to trade him, because who are you going to trade him to? Like you can't.
Going to want him.
No one wants that big of a contract unless you're giving up picks. And to be honest, if you're the Sixers, I wouldn't do what the Lakers have done, but if you need to give up a pick to get rid of Tobias and get a better player, I'd do it, because you don't want to waste Embiid's prime, and especially when you've already got Harden on your team, you may as well make whatever moves possible to actually put yourself in contention. Do either of you still have them as a threat in the playoffs?
Yeah, only because of who they've got. Like on paper, they've got they've got James Harden and Embiid. Like anyone with those, like with that caliber of a player on your team, let alone with two. Yeah. I think you got a chance. Like, it's a bit of a different situation to the Lakers because they've just got no one. Like, apart from LeBron and even AD's playing shit. Like, they have, whereas Harden and Embiid, you know that they can come out and score big points and everything like that. But at the minute, you can't see anyone else from the Lakers doing it. So I think the Sixers have more of a chance, but they're still a fair way off it.
Yeah. Sharpie?
Yeah, that's pretty much correct. Yeah.
I'm just going to touch on the Thunder. No one else has to because I know that no one else watches them. But we're 1-3, sadly. I was hoping we'd be 0-4, but we beat the Clippers because they rested Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. SGA, if he stays healthy, I think it's going to be hard to leave him out of the All-Star, one of the All-Star spots at least. Obviously, DeJounte Murray got that last spot last year, and he deserved it. But I think SGA can well and truly get it this year. And Trey Mann in that win had 25, 4 and 4. So my bet for most improved is looking okay after that one game.
Trey Mann is elite.
Yeah, exactly. And Moses Brown got minutes for the Clippers. So it was his return game.
It was a revenge game, yeah.
He got like 9 minutes or something, but
yeah, 2 minutes.
Anyway,
he took that personal.
Yeah. He's coming out getting 30 minutes next game and just dropping 20-20 against the Celtics. Now, it is early. It's only a week, but just a few player awards so far from this week. We'll go to Lachie first. After the first week, we'll go through the other awards too, but who's your MVP?
So far?
After 1 week, yes. It's very, very early, but...
Very early. I'd probably nearly have to say Luka at the moment, or I'd honestly have to put him and Jar at the top.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just seen something absolutely horrific. I never want to see that again. Yeah, I'll probably put those two. Like I've watched when did I watch it? Oh, before I went out for a drink with my brother and your brother the other week. I was watching the replay of Dallas and the Suns. Yeah. And my goodness, like he was just put on a clinic, but he still looked like he was tired. Like,
yeah,
if he plays long minutes, he still looked like he was tired. But I don't know whether that's just his body language and how he sort of carries himself all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, like some of the stuff he was doing, like because he's come off Euro basketball and all that. Like this is the fittest and in the best shape he's going to be probably in his whole career nearly. Like he's got. In my mind, he doesn't really have an excuse not to win it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, he definitely does look like he's in the best shape he's been in a while. What about you, Sharpie? Who's your MVP so far?
I'd probably go Ja, yeah. Sorry. I was thinking, my bad. I'd probably go Ja Morant. I think the way he's been playing is absolutely disgusting. In a good way, disgusting. Not. But yeah, to rack up all those points in that so far. I know it's not all about scoring, but just to play at such a high tempo like he always does.
Yeah.
That's going to take your team a long way. So I think
he's honestly like prime D Rose at the minute, isn't he? The way he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he looks so much like Derrick Rose from back in the day. Like he just.
You pray he doesn't get injured.
Woman, that is a tram lane. You can't drive there.
Road rage from Lachie here.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Now I had two, but I don't want to pick Damian Lillard because I hate the Blazers. So I'm going to go with Jason Tatum just because I feel like he looks like it doesn't faze him that they've obviously haven't got the normal coach. And he looks like defensively he's taken another leap. And offensively he looks a lot more consistent. So he's going to be my pick. Now I'm presuming rookie of the year, we've probably all got Paolo Banchero because he's just been tearing it up, even though who's the Pacers one? It's not Sohan. Mathurin, that's it. I reckon he'll be second. I'm trying to think of the next best one. We'll go most improved so far. Most improved. This will be the last one.
Miles looking pretty good.
The minutes that he's finally getting minutes.
Yeah, but he's actually looking good.
Brunson.
Like, if he, nah.
No need to say any more, Sharpie. Is that it?
He's just happy that he's got a point guard.
Well, they're both good options. I still think it's Trey Mann. No, I think Tyrese Halliburton, the way he started, he looks like he's on a different level to last year. Like, obviously we all knew he was going to be good, but just how good he's been is surprising. And we're back, and we've actually got Lachie's video this time. He's sat down in front of his in front of his Jameis Winston poster that we need to get framed, and he's taking a Snapchat by the sounds of it.
Yep. That's a bit awkward. Sorry, I'll turn that off.
We've finished the NBA, so we'll move on to the NFL that we haven't touched on in a few weeks.
What did I miss out on in the NBA though? Did I miss out on anything?
No. We finished where we left off. When you left, right. We're finishing it there. So that was
apologies about that.
That's all good. I'll share my screen when I figure out.
Shit, I didn't send my tips through to you, did I?
No, that's fine. We'll miss that one. We'll miss a week. So
this goodness.
This was week 5. I had a very good week. I think it's the highest score that's been scored.
A very good week, you reckon? A very good week.
Yeah.
Mate.
To say
that is off its dial. What the hell?
Where's a simple box score to show? Even Brad had an unreal week, but like obviously Gabriel
still
Davis,
lost.
Eckler, Kamara played all right. Justin Jefferson, Mike Williams, just all round good week.
And you still had some decent scores on your bench too.
And then
fucking
you got the win just over Pat Man.
Yeah, just.
To stay undefeated. But we've missed.
Hang on. Give me a bit of time to debrief and look at that. Jeez.
I was moving quickly as it's
yeah.
Oh, where are you?
Lordy.
Here we are. Is this you? No, that's still me.
No, that's you. Stop flexing.
It doesn't want to go to your game. Oh, there we go. All right. Jalen Hurts.
Oh, that's right. Waller didn't play. Fuck. Geez, my kicker and my defense have been average the last.
I'll not be having the Chargers defense right now. Jesus.
Nah.
Anyway, we missed 2 weeks, so we're going to week 6. You beat Zach. I think this was the first week with buys. So obviously Zach's.
It looks like we've still got to play. Oh no, they had the buy. Yeah, don't worry.
So you've snuck through with a win there. To remain undefeated. Must be
he's
said.
Stumbling over the line, the man.
And I have choked. Now, oh, wait, no. I lost to Brad by 12, which was a bit tough. Justin Herbert just hasn't been playing well lately.
Nah, he's been really off. I don't understand what's going on, whether that injury from like week 2's still affecting him or something.
And even Godart, who started off well, or however you say his name. I've had Kyle Pitts on the bench.
You had George Kittle on the bench.
You want to see what's worse?
You spastic.
You want to see what's worse? We'll go, wait, is that?
Yeah, you lost by like 12 points. And he's got the bye next week or something.
I lost by 3 points.
Oh, you lost to Jeffro.
And you want to know I needed Devin Harris or Damian Harris, a fucking Patriots running back, to score 5 points in the last game. He scored 2. Oh, he needed 6 points. He scored 2. Kyle Pitts, I brought in, thought he would do something. I brought Kyle Pitts in instead of Kittle. I thought it was
Kittle's had his 2 best games of the year in a row, and you've had him on the bench twice.
I thought it was the good decision.
It was National Tight End Day, mate. As if George Kittle's not going to rock up for National Tight End Day.
But then even look at the Seattle running back that I got for 28 points on the bench, and my running backs did well, but
mate, the joys of NFL fantasy,
and I lose by.
I actually probably should look at my team right now.
3. And you beat Saints Meaties by 12, and you're still undefeated. Like, it's just. Oh, Brad bloody.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh,
he had 4 players not play.
So many people had the bye.
Wow, I still only just stumbled over the line.
He's got a very good team, to be fair, though.
Yeah, I haven't been playing
Well,
that well.
We'll show the ladder in a second, and it shows.
But
wins
DeAndre Hopkins is back.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that. Did you see his first game back? What he scored?
No, what did he get?
He came back in first game against the Saints and scored 20.3. Let's go.
Now predictions here. Obviously, predictions don't mean much, but this is a very close finish. Now, you're both predicted to get 121.
Oh.
Whether that's taking into consideration the
ball. Well, I just changed my team.
Yeah, so that.
But no, that is updated.
You got the Chargers defense, which you need to.
To be honest, I might just fucking trade them out. To be quite honest,
well, you need to get another defense in if you want a team to play this week.
Oh, and then this other bloke is on the injured reserve. Fuck.
So you're actually quite lucky with your team that you got so far,
mate. I've been lucky with the shit weeks that I've had. The other teams have had shit weeks, and I've just stumbled across. Like I've been kissed on the wheelie. Not gonna lie.
So I'm going up against Talbot, who hasn't won a game yet, but I need to make changes because obviously
it's not even Talbot because he's not even in it.
Oh, isn't it?
Like I had to remove him to try and add him back in, but it didn't let me. So this is just him. This is just no one. It's Zach, but it's not Zach.
Okay, all right. Well, I need to move.
So you want to beat him?
I need to move out my my Chargers players, obviously, because I need to put them in. And hopefully I can get a win. But let's just go to the leaderboard. I think this will take us there. Lachie, obviously undefeated. Look at the points against, though. Look at your points.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. My points against is just ridiculous.
Where's Siva? Because I got my highest game against him. Look at his points against. 800.
Yeah, poor bastard.
So we're just outside the playoffs now. And I need a win this week. Brad somehow got to 4-2, and he doesn't look like he's been having a great time about it. But we've missed a few weeks. We've missed interesting games, but I don't want to touch on too many games. Patriots. Before we get into our preview for this week, Patriots have an issue. There's a saying that goes around: if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got no quarterback, because it just causes more issues.
They actually do. Yeah. Yeah, because what happened? Did they literally just bring him off?
So what happened? Obviously, Zappy's been playing while Mac Jones has been injured, and some say that Mac rushed back because they saw how well Zappy was playing. And now Belichick did say that he planned to play both of them, but Mac Jones had a 3-and-out, and then an interception. And then Zappy got brought in, and two drives in a row got touchdowns, and obviously he stayed in. And then he didn't play very well after that. He threw, I think, 1 or 2 interceptions. So he didn't play too great after that. But that's the thing; that's going to shoot Mac Jones's confidence down.
Correct.
And I think that, like, as much as I love to watch Bailey Zappi play the way he's played, it's Mac Jones. Like, he played well. He got us to the playoffs last year. And I think we got 1 or 2 games before he actually got injured. The Patriots looked good. Their offense was starting to click. I think you just need to give him time. As much as I like Zappy, maybe he can become a trade asset now for a terrible team. But
I think you got to stick with Mac Jones. Like those players don't come around very often, to be honest. Like you could send him somewhere that that may need, like maybe a Pittsburgh may look at him
instead of having
because their quarterback situation, like that guy out there, I forget his name. Is it Packer or someone like that? And in Pittsburgh,
Pickett.
Forget his name. Pickett, that's the one. Yeah. Like he's been playing okay, but then that was the one game that I watched on Monday. Like he went down the field and threw 2 interceptions with in under 5 minutes, like in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Like they should have won, but he threw a couple of interceptions, looked really good, and then did that. But I still think I don't know who maybe a Houston or someone like that needs a quarterback, because he does look pretty good. You have him on your roster for most teams.
And a surprise to say the least is how well the Jets are going right now. I think they're
4-2.
Them
and the Giants.
5-2.
Yeah, them and the Giants are the surprise pack.
Daniel Jones, I was like, I know he's not going to win MVP.
Yeah.
But I was looking at trying to find the odds for him. He's not even on the odds. Like he's
Yeah, but it's
be
amazing how
Barkley.
much of a difference it brings having Barkley back,
Yeah.
but just
think
takes
he's a
so much
champ.
pressure off him. Who, Barkley?
Yeah, like
Oh God, yeah.
there a few of them. Like if the Giants go hypothetically 14-3 or 13-4, you've
Yeah.
got to look at one of those players because no one expected
Mm.
them to do anything this year.
No, not at all.
But we'll move on
Not at
to
all.
our predictions now. We've
Yep.
got. I think you've caught up to me. I showed the figure, the graphic earlier
Really?
on in this episode, so I think you're one behind me now.
Yeah,
Buccaneers, Ravens.
Ravens, Bucks are done. Dunsky, they're fucked.
Buccaneers bounce back game, I reckon.
Oh,
That
mate,
was
they'd
a
want to.
fucking horrible game that they had last week.
Oh, it was
Ugh.
dreadful
Don't know.
to lose to my boys.
And they should have lost to the Falcons the week before, to be honest. But
Yeah.
or maybe it was
Yeah,
another week
they
before that. But
haven't been looking good. Not gonna
Jags,
lie.
Broncos. Let's
Jags.
ride.
Nah. Did you
But
hear the story that came out today of him doing rehab on the plane for like
Maybe-
6 hours or some shit?
Maybe that's why players don't like him. His teammates don't like him.
He's just a weirdo.
Dolphins, Lions.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I think the
Tua's
Dolphins.
going to fucking throw for heaps this week.
I don't reckon if he does, it's probably because he just does dump passes to Tyreek Hill and he'll just run for 180.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
didn't really get him in the game on the weekend. Like
Mm.
he was real patchy. Like when he was in, he was like really, really, really
Yeah.
good. But then he was just nowhere.
Game of the week, Falcons, Panthers.
Panthers, I'm backing him in 2 in a row.
Yeah, I'll
2
back
in a
you.
row.
I'll back you
Surely.
Panthers too.
We've got to beat the Falcons for fuck's sake.
The Mariota's looked all right, to be honest. The Falcons
Yeah.
aren't that bad. Like they're not
I
as bad as I
know.
thought they would be.
I know.
Talking about teams that we
Yeah.
didn't think are bad, but are bad. The Cardinals versus the Vikings.
Yep, I'm taking the Vikings,
I'm
but I
taking
wouldn't
the
be surprised depending how Hopkins comes back and
Yeah, true.
yeah, he could do anything. But the Vikings got hit pretty hard injury-wise last week, I think. Unless I'm thinking, no, I might be thinking of the Dolphins. Maybe the Dolphins lost a few.
Yeah, I think they did.
Because did they play Pittsburgh? They did, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah. And
Yeah.
only
So the
Josh
Dolphins got hit pretty
yeah.
hard. Yeah. Yeah,
Cowboys,
so-
Bears. I'm going
Cowboys.
Vikings too. And Cowboys,
Yep.
yep. Saints, Raiders. Now the Raiders
Raiders,
disappointing,
just-
but
Just,
we
yeah.
gotta win. With
Mate, I had the Raiders in my prediction to be like Super
Well,
Bowl contenders, and they're
well,
far from that at the
I had the
minute.
Chargers up there to win the division, and they're not gonna do
Those
that.
look garbage.
What about what's his name? Carson Wentz when he threw that interception in the clip of the Hawks or
Yeah.
Falcons.
Yeah, literally just jumping in the
Yeah.
background.
Fuck, that's iconic.
Yeah, that was
Um,
great.
Undefeated Eagles versus Steelers.
Eagles.
Do you reckon Jalen Hurts is in with the MVP shout too? Because he's still at some pretty big
Yeah, he
odds.
sort of dropped off a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but he's
If you go undefeated, like geez, you'd nearly have to. You'd think you'd
oh yeah. Yeah.
like Josh Allen's the
100%.
favorite, but he's like a $2 favorite now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Patriots.
but that's the
Jets.
Bills are still winning too. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
Patriots Jets. Now this is a big.
Jets.
This is a big gap. Fuck you.
It's a big game. No, it's a big
This
game
is
for the
a
Patriots.
huge
Like they've got
game.
to pull their
We-
pull their finger out.
We
Something
need to win
chronic.
this, and I think he needs to start Mac. He has to
Mm.
start Mac, and don't bench him in the first half. Just
Yeah.
me telling Belichick
Stick
what
with
to
him.
do. You're not going to hear that often.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Texans, Titans. Titans are disappointing. but
Titans.
yeah. I think
Derek,
it's
nah,
Titans.
Derrick Henry's finding form. I reckon he'll run for heaps because the
Yeah.
Texans' defense is shit.
Too late though for the comeback player of the year. It's already Barkley's.
Yeah, true.
Seahawks,
true.
Giants. Now this might actually be an interesting game. Giants undefeated.
Mm.
Seahawks overachieving with Geno Smith. I still have the Giants, but
I do too, but I wouldn't be surprised because yeah, they are overachieving.
and a big story out of this next game, Colts Commanders. Matt Ryan's been benched apparently for the backup quarterback.
I think he's injured.
I've just seen
I
everything.
think
I thought I saw an injury thing, and then everyone's just gone with that he's been benched. So I'm not like even Pat McAfee was talking about it, and so I'm not 100% sure what the go is, but
okay. I could be wrong, but I thought he's been nursing a bit of an injury.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
Rams 49ers. This is a big game. This is
huge.
Bosa's back for the 49ers. Obviously, last week he came back, and even McCaffrey had his debut last week.
Did he though? Oh,
yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if 49ers win this. I'm going to go them.
I think they should.
Bosa and McCaffrey are huge, and McCaffrey's going to get better and better every week.
He needs to get more.
He'll be a late. I reckon he'll be a late run into MVP.
Oh fuck!
No, like he's going to be a mile off it, but like the form that he's going to get into the will be like an MVP standard. Like he'll be in a good team. He is unreal.
Bills Packers. I feel like the Bills are going to run over the Packers. I feel bad for Brad.
I feel bad for Brad. I reckon they're in a bit of strife.
They lost to the Jets and the Giants.
I've seen today it's the first game under Aaron Rodgers that they're a double-digit under favorite.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so they're
wait. Are they like $10?
11.
You're kidding.
I think the line's like it's either $11 or the line's 11 points.
I'm
pretty sure it's 11 points.
It would be 11 points. Yeah, I was about to say $11.
Yeah. No, I was never saying money. It was more. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, they're
so they're 11-point underdogs,
and they're $5.10. Like,
hey, that's still not a bad shout when you got Aaron Rodgers on the team. Honestly.
And last game, Browns Bengals. I don't know how this is a Monday night game. Like Chubb's been playing okay, but he's had a rough patch lately. But
Joey B, baby, coming off a freaking
400.
Oh,
he's a
mate. I've seen some of the throws that he made, and some of the catches were unreal too. But it was fucking unreal to watch.
I'm presuming we're going the Bengals.
Yeah.
Now that's it for this week of the NFL. I don't think. We're going to tack this onto the NBA that we just discussed anyway. Big weekend, horse racing. We're going to the Derby Day.
Yeah.
Sadly, you can't come.
Well, you are. I won't be, unfortunately, but I'll still be having a punt. Don't you worry about that.
And in a couple of weeks, we will be maybe doing it in the same room, the podcast.
Maybe doing a very, it won't be a live, but it might be in the same room with the...
Once we figure out how to do live, we can do live. So...
Mate, we'll be able to do live. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I just need to find the software. But
we'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out at a later date. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Lachie.
The man. Don't forget the man.
And Jameis.
Jameson.
No, I reckon Jameis sounds better.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Pleasure, mate, as always.
Bye.